Hey guys, welcome back to another LizMargaret YouTube video. If you don't know me, my name is Liz and I am a Christian blogger. You can check out my blog, LizMargaret.com. I actually recently gave it a makeover for the new year, so if you want to check it out, go look. I also like to answer questions for a series I have called Ask LizMargaret. You can ask any questions regarding faith, lifestyle, any advice you might need, so the link for that will be below. But let's get right into today's video. I've been noticing a trend with our generation for a while now. It comes down to this mindset, this idea about not caring about anybody, being savage or being petty, spilling the tea, as in, spilling gossip, spilling the juicy secrets on someone else because it's, you get some sort of satisfaction from doing so. It's created this mindset, and I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It's all over social media. It seems lighthearted sometimes, and it seems funny, right? There's so many jokes on it, but I think there's a lot more behind it than we actually realize. It's based on this idea that being catty or rude is hilarious or cool, but is it really? Another mindset that I've been seeing is perhaps the result of the first mindset, the result of petty relationships. And that's the mindset where I don't need anyone, I stay on my grind, nobody, you cut people off before they even know it, you're just kind of aloof and doing your own thing, you don't need people. So in essence, it's an effort to protect yourself, a reaction to being hurt by others in the past. Unfortunately, I've seen that a lot with other women that I've spoken to. Some women might say, I get along better with men as opposed to women. I don't like being friends with other women. And for me, that's always kind of been funny because it's like blocking out an entire group of people that you're part of because of certain interactions you've had before. And I get it, like a lot of women, myself included, have gone through toxic friendships with other women. But if you think that being friends with men only and not letting other women into your life will solve any toxic relationships or any issues, then you should think again, because people are people and people can fail you all the time. It doesn't matter who they are. So at the end of the day, we need balance. Both mindsets can come with consequences. Whether it's a petty mindset or a mindset based on not needing people, they lead to things like bad-mouthing people, unnecessary drama, broken relationships, and ultimately broken people. So why do we do this? As a whole, when it comes to how we treat people, we need to do a whole lot better, myself included. The thing is that now people don't voice their desires enough. They don't voice their desires anymore. People desire good community and to be around good people. We're made to want those things. You can deny or push away those feelings, but it's still there. You're going to want community, you're going to want good relationships, and that's normal. In fact, it's natural. The people around you can really shape you and your life. In fact, what I found interesting was that I was reading an article by The Guardian the other day, which was the top 5 things that people who are dying regret the most. And the ironic thing was that a lot of these things were dealing with people in their lives. For example, many of them wish that they had expressed themselves to people better. Others wish that they spent less time working and more time with people that they cared about. Even someone said that they wish that they had spent more time and kept in touch with their friends better. So it tells you that there's something about people that touches us in a certain way. There's something about friendships. One of my favorite Bible verses on friendship or companionship is in Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 4:9-12 says, 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, one will lift up his companion. But woe to him who is alone when he falls, for he has no one who will help him up. This briefly summarizes the importance of and value of a friend. It's to lift each other up, to be a companion, to be there for someone else, to pick someone else up, to encourage them when they do fall, because as human beings we are going to stumble. There is power and joy in unity. There's a lot that can be accomplished with community, and yet nowadays it's hard to find genuine relationships. But here's my thing, it's okay to want solid friendships in your life. In fact, that's what you deserve. The key to being a better friend is to be a whole and mature person yourself. And so I have 3 practical ways that you can check yourself in this area and be a better friend to other people in your life. The first way is to be present. When you're among people and your friends, don't just be sucked in somewhere else. Be attentive, be in the conversation. So many times we get sucked into our phones, whether it's scrolling through, answering texts, sending out emails, why not be present in the moment? Oftentimes even we will be taking pictures and trying to capture these moments, but honestly for the sole purpose of posting on social media. And the moment that we're trying to capture, that is right in front of us, we're missing out on. So, I encourage you to listen better when you're around people. Learn something new about the people that you've known for years. Learn something new about people that you just met. Be a better listener. Be better in conversation with people. Another key thing is just being available. Yeah, I know we get busy, especially as you grow up. People move away, people get jobs. But the thing is oftentimes our friendships are reduced to not talking to each other for months and then catching up now and then. I found a quote by a German writer named Eva Heller. I'm probably messing up her name. It's always hard when you've known a person a long time and then you have to recognize that you have nothing left in common but your memories. And that's the thing, is that the beauty of friendship is being a part of someone's life, not seeing pictures of it and liking it on Facebook, or not just hearing about it. And so I just want to encourage us, hey, let's figure out ways that we can be a part of each other's lives as friends, as opposed to just catching up every now and then and otherwise forgetting about each other. The second way you can be a better friend is by not looking at what you can gain from other people. Being a good friend means connecting with people because you like them, because you admire them, because you see good things in each other, not because that they can do something for you. You shouldn't seek out people because they have a certain social status, because they have a certain background, or for just networking purposes, because they know so-and-so, or they can get to this place or that place, or connect you to this person. Sure, it's great to connect with people for networking and whatnot, but if that's the only reason why you're connecting with people, it can be quite shallow and you're missing out on deeper, more meaningful relationships. And another thing is that you're looking at what people are doing for you, but are you giving anything to them? Something to think about is if someone didn't have that attractive background or status that you like about them, would you still want to be friends with them in the first place? Nobody wants to be around people who are just in it for the highlights. People want to be around people who are in it, period. And the last way we can be a better friend is just by being real. Be helpful. Are you adding to someone else's life as their friend? If you see someone that is falling down a certain path that's not good for them, or, beginning to acquire bad habits, beginning to let toxic people into their lives, or plain and simple just going through a hard time, are you going to confront them? Are you going to be there for them? Or are you just going to watch? Or even worse, are you just going to talk about them behind their back? Going back to the value of a friend, as I mentioned in the verse in Ecclesiastes, the value and the significance of being a friend is that you can help them, to pull them up when they have fallen. The verse says, woe to the person who has fallen and has nobody to help them back up. And the funny thing is that there are people who have friends or so-called friends in their lives who would not even lift a finger if they fell, and they would not be there for them to lift them back up. So, if someone saw a flaw or struggle that you had, wouldn't you want them to tell you about it? Wouldn't you want them to be there for you, as opposed to just turning their backs on you or just not being there for you at all? Ultimately, we have to be honest with each other. We need to cut the pettiness and just be upfront. Learn to confront problems with the person that you have the problem with, and communicate your thoughts. Nobody can read your mind. It's okay to let people go, but if it's over a solvable issue, I want you to reflect on whether or not you've even brought the issue up to the person. Have you even talked it out? That's maturity. That's being a good friend. You should have wisdom with who you surround yourself with, but you should also give people a chance to get to know you. Relationships require vulnerability to an extent. Is it risky? Of course it is. But here's the thing. If you're waiting for people to validate you or to affirm good things about who you are as a person, then you will always be hurt by other people when you try to befriend them. And it will be a lot harder for you to befriend other people because you're looking out for yourself and you're building your expectations on people, and they can't fulfill your expectations of who you want them to be. However, if you're not looking to gain anything from other people and you approach people with an open mind and you have security in who you are, not only will you be able to be a better friend, you'll be able to come across better friends too. So that's my video on how to be a better friend. I think it's something that we need to talk about more. Like, friendships are something that are so important. I've had a lot of people impact my life who have been great friends, and I've gone through several different types of friendships, as I'm sure you have too, but I think at the end of the day, it's great for us to just examine ourselves. How are we doing as friends? Not just how is someone else doing as your friend, but how are we doing as a friend to other people? So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. All my links will be below. It'll be somewhere in this video as well. So subscribe to my social media, check out my blog, and I'll see you guys in the next video.